September is our bibliophile box, so it's all about researching, annotation, reading, analyzing, and all of that good stuff. Whether you're reading for work, school, or personal growth, the goal is always the same: retain more, think deeper, and make your reading actionable. Hey guys, welcome back to the Cloth and Paper YouTube channel. I'm Isabel, and today we'll be talking about how we like to use the September intention box for annotating and reading. Let's get started. I have my book with me today, so I'll show you guys all about how I like to use the products in the box alongside my books. So first, what we want to do is set our reading goals. So before opening the book, think about the type of book that you're reading and what you want to get out of it. Are you reading to analyze themes or track arguments or pull any ideas out of the book? So before we start, let's define our reading outcome. So we have our read sticky notes, and I'm going to use these to jot down the name of the book, when I started it, and maybe a couple of notes. So I wrote down the title, author, and when I'm starting the book, and I'm going to write just a couple of things that I want to learn from the book. And I'm just gonna take this sticky note and stick it in the front of my book. So then I can just go back to it and write any notes that I have about my book there. Okay, now that we've covered the why and what we want to get out of our book, it's time to start reading and annotating. So I have a couple of tools I like to use for annotation. Of course, we have the pen. This is the Zebra Chill. This comes in the September box. And we also have some highlighters. So you will receive one of these colors in the box, but here are just a few of them. These highlighters are so nice for annotating because they have a guard on the sides that helps you draw in a straight line, so it'll look a lot neater in your books. It also has a fine tip on this side for underlining, circling, whatever you need to do. I think I'm going to use the orange one today. We also have our bookmarks. I use these to mark my pages when I'm reading, or maybe mark certain chapters that I want to go back to. Also have this notebook here. This is where I can log some more detailed notes or any discussion questions I have about my book, something I want to dive deeper into. This is a great place to do that. Just have all this grid paper to journal all about the book. Maybe any brainstorm ideas that come out of reading it, that can all go into here. For chapter 1, the nice thing about this book is that it has some highlighted sections and areas that kind of stand out a little bit more, so it makes annotating even easier. So using these tools, we want to create a consistent visual language for annotation. For example, the pen can be used for margins or questions, and the highlighter can be used for key concepts, takeaways, quotes. It also helps to create a color key, so I could use the orange for maybe some vocab words that I want to look back on. The green can be for quotes, things like that. So I'm gonna highlight a few things in here. Another tool that we have to use are the extended index page flags. So if you guys have received our bibliophile box from last July, in 2024. We had the library page flags, and we also have released other versions of the index page flag sets. So these are similar, but they are extra long, so they're great for annotating. You can use them vertically or horizontally in your books. They come in 2 different colors here. So I'm going to use this lighter brown one vertically to mark chapters that I want to return to. Mark off chapter 2 here. They can almost also be used like a bookmark. And then maybe there's a certain page that I want to go back to. If there's a quote that I liked or wanted to highlight, I can use that horizontally. You can write on there. So going back to the read sticky note, we can use this to write some thoughts and ideas about the book that we're reading. So maybe a couple days later, I have some thoughts. You could also add some thoughts like why you chose the book, or some main ideas or quotes that you want to revisit. You could also use for scheduling reading blocks or tracking the status and progress of your reading. So with this bookmark set, you can actually assign each bookmark to be a different symbol in your book. So one could be for the page that you're currently in progress reading. Another could be a chapter that you really liked, similar to the index page flags, something that you want to revisit, quotes that you want to revisit, or somewhere that you have an idea that you want to go back to. So I'm currently on this page. I'm going to leave a bookmark in there. And then I want to go back to this section right here. So I'm going to add one there. And as I'm skimming through the book, there's a few things that have caught my eye. I'm going to add a bookmark right there. And we're just going to save this one for anything that pops up that I want to go back to. So we've got our pencil pouch here, and this is where we can store all of our tools and keep them on the go with us. So I'm going to put my extra bookmark in there. Also going to put my pens and highlighters, my page flags, and my sticky notes. And it just makes it so easy to take everything on the go. And you can see it all since it's a bit transparent of a pouch. And you've got your book, your tools, everything with you all the time. And you basically have a compact reading kit that you can carry anywhere, anytime. That is how I use the tools in the September attention box to create a flexible and focused annotation system for reading. Helps me retain more, reflect deeper, and turn insights into action. Let us know your go-to annotation method and what you're reading right now in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.